Okay, guys, let me see if I can make this video right quick, right? So, if you don't know, I am like one of the biggest geeks you will ever understand. I know that people think I'm cool, but people only think I'm cool because of the way I dress, what I drive, the bags I carry, or the I don't know, or the way I talk, or I don't know. But your girl is a geek, okay? The biggest nerd you'll ever find. Is just so happen that I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. But at any rate, I find certain things interesting that I believe that people wouldn't even think that I would do. Like, people think that I'm shallow, but I'm not. I'm very deep. I'm beyond the surface, and I find quite pleasure in finding out about other people. You know, I don't really like to talk about myself. I do because people are interested in my life. I don't know why. It's crazy. It's crazy. I need to write a book because people wouldn't believe the shit that I've been through in life. Like, really, like and it's not like corny shit either. It's real life shit that shouldn't no 7 or 8 or 13-year-old be going through. Okay, but I digress. So anyway, I'm really interested in this show called Family by the Ton. I watched it on demand, and I watched the first season first, and it had a black family down here in Atlanta, Georgia, and the young lady's name was Shataka. That I swear, for goodness gracious, I know this girl. I don't know if she's a naysayer. I don't know if she has contacted me before. I don't know. But she was one of the people in the family that received bariatric surgery. She was close to 700 pounds. She was beautiful. Let me tell you something. That family in season 1 was absolutely beautiful. Okay? Even the men, the children, like everybody was beautiful, right? But we can't talk about that. We're on to this season right here. I'm on the second season. This is the King family. They are in Georgia also. And most of the family is big, right? I myself, believe it or not, I definitely have had struggles with my weight, especially being the kind of person that had the type of job that was all encompassing. And, not when I was a probation officer, but when I was, working at Georgetown, I barely had time to eat, so I would eat either in the car on the way home, or as soon as I got home, I would eat, and then I would be dead tired, and I would just go to sleep on the food, right? And that is a negative, right? So, and it's crazy that now that I am a housewife, it's like you would think because I don't leave the house a whole lot, not because I'm trapped to the damn bed, no, but because majority of my duties is being a housewife, keeping the house clean. And I know you're like, what are you doing? You're only there with your wife. But my wife is very messy. She's very, 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 very messy, and she's an artist. So there's constantly things that I have to clean up. And on top of that, I could be a bit messy myself too, but because I notice about myself, I make sure that I do house chores every day so that we can keep the house intact, right? So, at any rate, I find that I'm able to maintain my weight as a housewife opposed to when I was working, because when you're working, you're on your ass all day. I just hate to say it, but you are. There were certain days that I probably would be more moving at work, but for the most part, I'm on my ass all day. So, I know you guys don't believe that this is a lot of weight, but at my heaviest, I have been 198 pounds. I'm about 5'7.5", and that is heavy. Most of it was my breast and my hips, but when you go to the doctor, they call you obese. Okay. So now that I am a housewife and I'm moving around more, I'm able to maintain my weight at about 188, 189, something like that. And I know you're like, Nay, that's pretty big still, but that's the lightest I've been in a couple of years. So I still have my struggles. I still, love to eat sweets. The only thing that I think saved me is because I love water. I don't really drink a lot of sugar, sugary juices, so I just drink water. Now, I swear that's probably the only thing that has been helping me to maintain the weight that I'm at now. and the fact that I move around more. But anyway, I digress. So I found something that was very interesting about the young man. Oh, I forget his name, but I forget his name. I don't know, but in the second season, I'm watching episode 1, and the young man said that he likes to just sit around naked as a jaybird and play games. And I'm surmising this when he says, basically, in the internet world, that's the only place where your opinion counts, and your opinion is not discounted because of the way you look. Now, I think he's like 600 something pounds, and to be quite honest, it's true. You know, I mean, they fat shame so much on the internet here that I just think it's just gross. It's gross, you know. And me, because I like to know everybody's backstory, or the people that I find interesting backstory, I always say, and if I have not said to my naysayers before, I want you guys to just understand, one small, minute instance can happen in your life that will change you forever. The fact that somebody told me years ago that I had a big nose, I was worried about it. It affected me until somebody said to me later on in life, I like your nose. Yeah, it's big, but you're cute. So then that squashed it. But suppose I wouldn't have had that person to tell me that. You know, a lot of these people, their families have made them feel certain ways, made them feel fat and obese. Listen, obesity runs in my family. I have never made my family feel a certain way because of their size. I will not do it because I love them, you know. And it would make me lose my mind if somebody was to say something disrespectful to them about their weight around me. You know, I would friggin' lose it. Y'all know I told y'all, when it come down to my family, I'm ready to wreck shop, right? But the fact that everybody has their addictions, you know, I watch Intervention, I watch Hoarders, I watch all these different shows because it's the person is so interesting to me, because you always want to know, how did you get here? And when you hear those stories, even when it comes down to homosexuality, because some people are, you know, they come out gay, and sometimes things happen to men along the way that change some men to gay. Like me being a part of the criminal justice system, I've heard of several gay men that were raped by like family members, and they were so confused about their sexuality that they thought that they supposed to be gay. So it's things that happen in life, and people have so much judgment towards fat shaming. And I'm like, what is your addiction? What do you do that may disgust others that you have in the dark? Because see, the key about it is this. People that are overweight, they can't hide their disease. They can't hide their dirty little secrets the way the person can that does booger sugar. The way the person can that, you know, beats his wife or cuts themselves. They can't hide those secrets. You know, like, or the person that's a kleptomaniac. You can't visually see, you know, an STD on a certain face. You know, and the judgment out here of people and their body shaming is gross. It's gross. Like, you know, people think it's funny when I talk about my breasts. It's not funny to me. I really and truly have always had issues with my breasts being so large. You know, I know that I'm going to have the surgery because I don't want to be one of those old ladies that's hunched over and everything. Then my breast is sliding out the bottom of my damn t-shirt. I don't want that to happen to me. You know, and you know, my wife is a nurse, so she's encouraging it also. It's already taking effect on my back and my neck. It really is. And I know it's coming, but I do have that shame. I do have titty shame. Is that a word? Breast shame? Titty shame, whatever, you know, but because of my size, I don't consider myself morbidly obese. I do consider myself to be a part of the group who may need to consider losing weight. But I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick and tired of hearing how people are fat shaming people. A lot of these fat people, a lot of these people that you consider to be fat, which they are, they are overweight. They're beautiful people. They're more beautiful than the person that is fat shaming them, actually. Because I'm telling you, that entire family that was on Family by the Ton, that first season, the one that I told you about with Shataka, that fucking lady was beautiful. The entire family was beautiful. The kids, the aunts, the mothers, everybody was friggin' beautiful, you know? And it was so crazy because on the show, one of the people said, you know what, you're going to be so pretty when you lose all that weight. And I was like, oh my God, do you know that how hurtful that is? You know, people think that that's a compliment. That's not a compliment for you to tell me that I'm not pretty now, but I will be pretty when I lose the weight. You know, it's just crazy. But anyway, I told y'all to tell all that. I just wanted to tell you that all the people here on YouTube that are, you know, being fat shamed, my heart is open to you. I'm sorry that, you know, that people, the first thing they do is go straight there. Like they say, that's an easy read when you say about fat. I don't want to hear that word. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, I just had to say that because I am like so engulfed in this show right now. And I just wanted to share my feelings about it. Okay? Have a good day, guys. Happy Wednesday. Deuce.